Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Happy Place Creations, and thank you for joining me today. Today, I've decided to use this new mold I just got in, and it's a giant seashell storage box. I'm excited to do this mold with you today, and I've decided to use this Let's Resin colorful mica powder, blue violet. And look at that beautiful color. So let's get it on our box. I hope everyone that's joining me today is doing well. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful day here in Maine. It is a beautiful Sunday today. I hope everyone where you are is going to be a nice day for you as well. Get out, enjoy the sun. Look at that beautiful color. I'm liking this. This is a rather large box. It's good for storage of jewelry. Put some earrings in, necklaces in, or maybe put it on your dresser or an entry table. I'm sure your guests would pick it up and say, wow, that's such a nice box. Where did you get it? You could say, I made it. Or if you're not the crafty type, maybe you could purchase it out of my eBay store if you want to take a moment and pop in and see what I have in my store. I will definitely be posting this in my store. My video yesterday, I made my makeup organizer. I have it right here on my desk. I have some markers in it. I have my emery boards in it. I'm definitely putting it to good use. Look at the fine detail in this mold. This is my first time making this mold. Should any of you might want one of these in a certain color, please give me a shout in the comments. I will be glad to make you one, and I could make you a video, put it on my YouTube channel so you can see me making it for you. I'm going to be making up a video so you guys can see my shop. I've been trying to clean it up and organize it a little bit so you guys won't see it all in a messy state as I mostly have it because I'm always working in it. But I would like to take this opportunity to let you know that my name is Connie. I have put out several videos now and haven't taken the opportunity to let you know that what my name is. You all do know I live in the state of Maine and that I do have two puppies. And I think in this video, I'm going to remember to put their photos in. As I have mentioned before, but I've always had a lot going on and haven't had the opportunity to calm down a little bit to remember to put their photos in. And as a matter of fact, there's one right there. There's my little buddy. And he is my German pointer, who is a year old. I will throw his photo up right now for you all to see. He is a year old this month, as a matter of fact. He is a little handful, but I do not want to part with him at all. A lot of training involved with him. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I'm doing the edges right now, making sure I get everywhere. And then in some of my other videos, you have had the opportunity to see my Lulu. And she is an American bully. I will pop her picture up for you to see. And she is 7 years old. I say she's 6, but at times she's 7. And there she goes out the door because I have my door open. She heard a noise. And they are both very active. She does have a bit of arthritis. But she is they're both very love buggies. They love attention, as most animals do. I am an animal lover. I love puppies. There also is currently a Maine Coon cat who is, I believe, 10, living here. His name is Odin, and he is a bundle of joy, but he does not get along with the doggies very well. In his past home, he was abused by dogs, so he has his moments with the dogs. So we have to be very careful with him. But he is a very loving cat. I will throw his picture up as well. He is long-haired. He loves his belly scratched, as the other two do. He loves his morning treats. But they are all adjusting to each other slowly. But it's going to take time. And there we have the top. Isn't that beautiful? So now I'm just going to go out of camera shot for a moment and blow it out to get rid of the extra powder And then I shall start on the bottom. So I will tell you a little bit more about myself, as now you know about my pets. I have 2 sons. My oldest son has 2 daughters. My youngest son has 2 sons. And so I am a Grammy of 4. Love them right to pieces. Don't get to see them much, as they don't live near. I travel the best that I can. My youngest, my son, my youngest, his boys are younger, 10 and 6, and into sports. My oldest son, his daughter, is 19 and 13. And so they are just finishing up in school. And they're all pretty active. My youngest son owns a gym. So he's pretty much into, business wise. So he's active. He's married. His wife is in the hospital doing that kind of job. And my oldest son is into construction work. So they're pretty busy. And there, I got the edges done. Now we'll get the bottom done. This is a very pretty color. Because as you all know, in my past videos, I told you I'm very much a blue person. And this mica powder spreads very well. I am going to be using my Unicorn Art resin today. And I am running a little bit behind on my listings in my eBay store. So please do check back often, as I am in the process of trying to keep my shop, getting that up to date, getting my listings up to date, getting videos out every day, if not at least every other day at the moment. I am new at this videotaping, so please bear with me. And there we have it. I'm just going to tap it out, blow it out, and then I'm going to make up the resin. So I shall be back in a moment with some resin. And we will get pouring. See you in a moment. Hi, I just wanted to show you how I'm mixing up the resin. And it's getting cold at night here. So I have my resin, and the last couple cycles, I have it sitting in some warm water. So I just take it out. I wipe off the container to get rid of the water. And I ran this through about 6 cycles because this Let's Resin mixer runs about 40 seconds per cycle. I just wipe off the container. I set the water aside. I let it finish. I'm going to be using this opaque black coloring from Cast and Craft. I had to put that in a little bit of warm water so that I can shake it up. And then what I do with my mixer, once I have that shaken up, oh, I forgot my cup. I will take this out of, I hope you can see good. I will take this out slowly and let that drip off the mixer, the blades. And then I just scrape off the blades once it's run off enough. So I can get all the extra off. And then I will set it in a cup. Normally I will take the time to wipe this off, the blades off, with some baby wipes and some alcohol and paper towels and clean it off so my blades are ready for my next use. But right now I won't bore you with that. Then I will take my resin and I will put it in the chamber and I will remove the bubbles. So I will get you some footage of that in just a moment. Alrighty, I am back and I have our resin all mixed up. And I'm going to add our Cast and Craft opaque pigment concentrate. Get it all mixed up in there. Now, using black for a background will make this color just pop. Will make it stand right out. Which is good with this type of mica powder. Let's get this all mixed right in nice. And then we will get to pouring. I'm sorry if my camera keeps going in and out. It's because of my arm. It's on autofocus. And there's my lovely babies again. I do apologize for them being so vocal on the films, but I'm sorry, it is what it is. Life happens. As we all know. So I'm going to pour the top first. And you want to keep your resin above, so that will help break down on the bubbles. And you want to let it flow naturally, so it will get into all the little grooves. And with this mold, it has a natural edge. I am hoping that I made enough. I made 16 ounces. Hoping that that was going to be enough. Yeah, I'm at the top. This looks like this is going to be a very nice box. With plenty of room. And I will be putting this on my heat plate. I want to make sure I didn't over pour here. And I'm seeing a few bubbles forming. So I am going to take what is called a micro brush, and I get these on YouTube. It has a fine little, thanks, see better right there. It has a little brush on the end of it. And if you can see these, see how this here is nice and solid? And then all of a sudden I'm coming to a white spot. That tells me there's an air bubble there. So I need to get that air bubble out. So I'm just going to go around the edges so I don't see those white air bubbles again anymore. Pulling out that air bubble without wiping off my mica powder. So you just want to pull out that air bubble around the edge without pulling away the mica powder. And go around as many times as you need to be satisfied that those air bubbles are gone. I'm sorry, I'm fussy sometimes. But sometimes you need to be. And where this is my very first time ever doing the mold, I would like to make sure I'm getting everything. And meanwhile, I'm getting my fingers in the resin. But that's okay. What's a little resin on the fingers for perfection, right? See the air bubble just come out of there. And I think I got them. But when it's demold time, it's too late to fix them. Not really, but it is. I mean, you can fix them with a little bit of the mica powder and some UV resin. But I would rather fix them now than at demold time. Hi, buddy. Oh, that's Lulu. Alrighty. Now, let's check the bottom. Let's just go around the edge a little bit to see. Usually when you're using a mica powder, bubbles don't form, but there's no guarantee. And there we go. if you clean up as you go, you don't have a big mess at the end. And now let's check our resin. Well, we seem to be doing okay there. I'm just going to do a couple squirts. Get rid of those pesky bubbles. And then I'm going to move this. And I got my hot plate full of all these little trinkets that I've been packaging up from a big order I got. So I'm going to move this. I will be right back with another mold. Just going to let that sit right there for a moment while we use up the rest of this resin into this new mold I also received. And these are Christmas ornaments. And I thought that we would do... I will be right back. I need to fix that other mold. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm back. I had to continue. I was waiting for the program that I used to record my videos to finish doing what it was doing so that I could start recording again. But I had to get ahead of my resin, so I apologize. So I had to continue to coloring. Mica powdering the mold, I mean. In other words, I'm in a little bit of a rush. So I do apologize if I sound frustrated. So I'm going to be doing this mold and this puppy paw. It's a Christmas ornament. So I'm just trying to make sure I get everything colored before I pour the resin. Before I get my resin heats up too much. I'm just going to set it to the side so I can blow it. And I want to make sure I have my little tool. And then I want to make sure the resin goes down in around where I need it to go. This looks like one of them you're going to have to pour over the top and then spread it out. Or I'm going to have to use my syringe. Pour a little bit. And then let it spread out. Even if it goes over the top, it's still going to sink down into the pattern. It involves a little bit of cleanup, but hey, it's not a problem. And then you just want to spread it. It will sink, it will go down in. because you can always use a tool. Whoa! Like one of those. To push it down in. See if I can get all this without making a mess. And then just direct it. And it will flow. However, this is a thick resin. I chose not to use the unicorn art. Excuse me a moment. I need to grab a paper towel. Just want to grab some of that extra I put on there. Let that soak up. And slowly pull up. See? And then when it's low enough, we can just scrape off the extra. So there's only going to be a thin piece that has to come off that top. And there's still plenty left in there for that to cure. And let's see. I just got a little animal. Excuse me a moment. I just got an animal in, and we're going to put the extra right in there. I think this was the animal. Could have been the shoe. Not sure, but we'll find out. If it doesn't fill it up, then we'll use another color. I'll use it for my extras. And you will be surprised how much resin you can get out of just scraping a container. I'm not sure you guys saw my other video where it cured right in my cup. So I didn't want this to cure in my cup today. So we will just throw it in a mold. I'm not sure what mold it is, but we will see what happens. And we will have this paw print, our shell, and, well, I will save this over to the next video, and we will hopefully get it filled, and we will demold it on the next one. Add a little bit of alcohol, get these bubbles popped. I will get this all cleaned up, and I will see you at demold. See you in a bit. Well, our pieces are cured. However, I have some bad news. Remember, I was saying, no, I don't know if it was this video or past videos, that things happen. Well, I filled the wrong side of the mold. I should have filled this side. I filled the bottom. So let's demold this anyway. Maybe we can decorate it and use it for a paperweight. Oh, I gotta fix my Band-Aid. Cleaning my tools yesterday and slipped my thumb. So let's see what we got. Things happen. But it's pretty. Not a bubble in sight. So maybe we could decorate it and use it for a paperweight. So we're going to have to do this shell again. But this time I'm going to fill the right side of the correct side of the mold. And here's the cover. And we got a massive bubble over here. A lot of bubbles on the top. But that is beautiful. So, yep, we're definitely going to have to redo this. Yep. That's because when I moved it from here over there to bring over this mold, it had spilt over. So some of the resin spilt out. And like I was saying, not everything is perfect. See? So sometimes you get flaws. Sometimes you get perfection. That is going to be a very beautiful box once I fill the right sides. So we are going to have to refill this again. So I will clean up the mold and we will pour it for the second time the correct way. But let's try and see how our little Christmas ornament come out. And that did come out pretty cute. However, like I mentioned yesterday, how where I went over the top, how we'd have to do a little bit of cleanup. I think I relocated it. There it is. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that, but in between, there's just a few little in here where I went over the top. These little pieces will just pop right out. Doesn't take long. You just pop them up, and then we use a piece of tape to pull them out. See, that one just popped right out on its own. See? That's how I find it easier to fill these little intricate areas. If they don't pop out, then I just use a piece of tape once I have popped it up. Just find something small enough to put it in between. It's easier if I do it this way than trying to come from the other direction. And then I just use my finger or a piece of tape. And this on the edges will just come right off. Or if you want to use your cuticle cutter, you can use that as well. But I find when it's this thin, it just comes right off. I'm not going to bore you with doing the whole thing, but just so you see how it works. For me, everybody has their own, their own way. If you watch a lot of YouTube videos, almost done. And there we have it, a little Christmas ornament. I think that is pretty. Now, if you don't want to leave this all open, you could fill it in with another color and I could use my Cricut, fill it in with white for Christmas, or even fill it all in and then put a name across it. But there's our little ornament. I'll clean up my mess. But I will definitely be doing this box again. This was the part that I did wrong. It is quite hefty. I could use it as a paperweight. Decorate it up. But this is the top. Like I said, it had some major bubbles where I had moved it and it spilt over. So mistakes do happen with resin. So this does conclude my video. and I hope you will join me for another one. And definitely we will repour this at a later date, because I do want to move on to new videos, as I do have a lot of molds that I want to do with the right sides this time. So please join me for another video. And accidents do happen. I am sorry this video did not come out the best. But as they say, when the Lord throws you lemons, you make lemonade. So this concludes my video for today, and I thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is happy and healthy. May your crafts turn out amazing. Please do check out my eBay store, listed in the description, as I do update it often. You have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next video.